What have we been saying since the beginning of this podcast? If somebody's recommending you to stay away from a certain product and go to this other product, or recommending this and this and this, see where their financial interests lie. And by the way, that's illegal to not disclose that stuff. You can get heavily fined from the FTC for not disclosing those relationships. And people do that all the time because they're not enforced for the most part.
Right.
So,
yeah.
It's ridiculous.
He's contradicting himself everywhere. Like it's one of those things where you can only be a liar and a fucking scam artist for so long before you get caught.
The grift runs up at some point.
It's true. Karma's a fucking bitch. You keep lying, you keep being a scam artist, you're not going to be able to do that forever. Welcome to Cut the Crap with Beth and Matt, the world's #1 no bullshit health and fitness podcast.
Are you ready to cut the crap with your diet and exercise, get strong as fuck, and build a healthy relationship with food? Then you've come to the right place.
Let's go. If you'd like to support us in the podcast, join our Patreon where you get exclusive content, which consists of monthly workouts you can do at home or at the gym, monthly challenges that are either strength, habit, or mindset based, and access to over 100 plus low-calorie, high-protein, family-friendly meals. These are all designed by a professional chef who is certified in nutrition. These recipes are already in MyFitnessPal for easy fucking tracking. New recipes are also added each week.
We believe that fitness is for everyone, so this is our way of getting you started on your health and fitness journey at a price most everyone can afford. So what the fuck are you waiting for? We'll see you in the Patreon.
What's happening?
Not much. Happy to see you.
You too? You got a nice, fresh new look going on.
I do. Fresh as fuck, boy.
Fucking fresh and so clean.
Yeah, look at that. It's
I like it.
Something new. All the changes I've got going in my life, I figured, you know what, it's time for some change and let's chop the beard off, you know? So
yeah, definitely a different look.
Yeah. I texted my friend Cody, who does my hair, and I was like, Cody, tell me why I shouldn't shave my beard off. She's like, I'm not fucking telling you that. She's like, shave that shit off if you want to. And she's like, wait a second. Actually, I've got some ideas. Don't shave it off. Come see me next week. So
okay, cool. Nice.
This is her. I guess it's called like the Van Dyke or something. You know?
Oh, there you go.
Sophisticated as fuck.
The Van Dyke. Oh, I love it. That's awesome.
The Van Dyke.
Nerdle Van Dyke.
Van Dyke.
What a mix. What a combo.
Yeah, no doubt. Oh boy. Well, I'm excited. Coming to see you tomorrow. Obviously, when this episode is released, will have already been done and done that, and probably doing recap episodes by then.
Yeah, right. I figured I'm gonna go make a little Trader Joe's stop before I come get you, so that gives me an excuse to hit the old grocery store that I never get to.
Get some content and stuff, maybe.
Maybe. I know. Sometimes I'm like, I never get to enjoy my shopping experiences anymore.
Well, then no content then. Just fucking enjoy your shopping experience, Beth. We can go to a grocery store together and make some
I'm like always filming at the grocery store. And you know what's funny is I love doing these videos for people because people, you know, they do eat differently, right? That's what we're trying to teach people.
Yeah.
So, you know, vegan, plant protein ideas, and then, you know, meat eater protein ideas. But then I'll get the people in the comments, which were like, okay, can you make a video, gluten-free, dairy-free? And I'm like, wait a second. This is where I draw the fucking line, folks. Okay. I mean, I'll give you plant protein ideas and, you know, for meat eaters, but I'm not going to go into these diet specific, grocery hauls. Like that's more for dietitian, medical. I eat everything. I'm not, you can go to a gluten-free, dairy-free page, which I'm sure there's a ton of them that for people that are actually like do this all the time.
Yeah, absolutely. For like you said, I mean, I don't think that would be outside of your scope of practice to give videos like that, because you're not saying like, hey, this is how you can manage that condition. You know, I'm maybe wrong, but I get what you're saying. At some point, like, come on, we got to start thinking critically and think for ourselves. And
that's the thing.
And learn how to find the information that's fucking out there.
It'll take me just as long to research those options as it would you. If this is your life that you're living, you should already kind of be conscious and kind of look for that thing anyway. It's not something that's on my radar. I don't buy dairy-free, gluten-free things, and I wouldn't know the products. Like that would be a whole fucking research assignment, basically.
Totally. That's kind of how I was at first with like the vegan products and the vegan protein and things like that. Because it's not my lifestyle. I'm not a vegan, and no, like if you are, cool, I support you.
Exactly.
Once I started working with clients, I started bringing on lots of clients that were vegan or vegetarian or pescatarian. So I needed to widen my knowledge base there a little bit. But yeah, I don't want to get into the specifics of dairy-free and gluten-free, and especially because most people think they need to be gluten-free, but they actually don't have like where they need to,
I was one of those. I'm sensitive to gluten, but I'm drinking a bottle of wine.
Yeah, right.
Matt, I'm bloated because of the gluten.
The gluten, not the bottle of wine.
Bitch, it was not the fucking gluten, okay? It was the half bottle of fucking vodka you just downed, okay?
Yeah.
I mean, really.
Yeah, you're inflamed because of the vodka. Not
I was very inflamed. The Belvedere bloat.
Belvedere bloat. Awesome. So what's new with you, Beth? You guys just did your the 30-day challenge. How did that go?
Yeah, so we did a 28-day challenge in my free Facebook group. That went really well. We had about 200 people in there. I gave weekly prizes. We had one winner, Valerie Fidel. She won $1,000. We actually chose 5 people because how can you just choose one? That's really hard because it wasn't like a fat loss challenge. It was based off consistency and showing up imperfectly. So we chose the top 5. Based off like the chat, based off them, 80% consistent and above, not perfect. And we did the spin the wheel thing. So the internet chose, because I couldn't be responsible for choosing one person to receive $1,000.
That's a lot of pressure, especially when I'm sure everybody, I'm sure most people in that challenge fucking crushed it.
Yeah. Oh, totally. Most of them did. And we had to narrow it down from like 15 to 12 to 10. And, it was intense. It was emotional.
Definitely. Well, that's awesome. I love that you were able to do that. And it sounds like your challenge was a success. So very cool. Jess and I are brainstorming a new idea because we're wanting to create a self-guided course actually to build healthy habits. Because I've realized some people have no fucking clue like how to start building healthy habits. And like that's the foundation. So if we can get the foundation at like a super dirt cheap, like we want to do that. So that's kind of something that we're working on right now. We hope like September or so that'll be out. But we did just start group coaching back up. Yesterday was our first call for that, for mindful eating, for weight loss. Very exciting. We filled that group up. We haven't filled up the last couple of groups. So it's awesome that people were interested in this new way of thinking and new way of.
Yeah.
So I love the excitement that was in the air on the call yesterday. So it's very cool.
Good. That's awesome. When you start something, everyone's all pumped up.
Totally. The energy is infectious. And that's kind of why like group coaching and in support groups, like our Facebook groups and things like that are so fucking incredible because everybody's just there cheering you on, picking you up if you're having a bad day, going through the same shit that you're going. That you're not in this alone, so it's nice to know that.
Having that community too is huge because a lot of people don't have that support at home. So having that like Facebook group or support group or, group coaching, have a place for them to go to,
Totally. I mean, I made a video last week where I got pretty emotional last week on a video. Sent me a comment or a DM saying like, hey, because of you, like I'm walking more and I'm getting my son involved with walking more and he's really been struggling, and that was such a nice comment, especially in the grand scheme of things of how many negative comments we received, but then everything I had been going through too. Just it was amazing that this random person that just consumes our content, she listens to the podcast too. So thank you, Shannon, for the message. Just that power, the simple power of your words and how they can impact somebody's day for the good or for.
We need those messages, guys. I love when you guys send these our messages because some days it can seem because we are really hard on ourselves. Just like you guys, we're all a work in progress here. Those messages make our day. Out of, because we do this because we want to help people. So when we actually realize that we are helping people, it just makes the world. It makes it all worth it. It makes it all worth it. Absolutely.
All the comments of people telling us that we're idiots and losers and what the fuck, like we're out of shape and all this other stuff. Like,
I mean, really, like, why do people choose? I just don't understand. They have to go out of their way to just be a dink. And what's funny is I love just reposting the screenshots in my stories because I'm like, fuck these people. My new response is twat waffle.
Twat waffle.
You're gonna, Dr. Josh, he's our coach team therapist. So we have a meeting with him once a month and I was discussing like negative comments. And sometimes I'm going to therapy. It's this years after 4 years of like becoming in this person in this space. It's weird. And it's overwhelming. And
I
it can
handle
really
for navigating this stuff.
fuck your mental health. Like you need to talk to them about it. It's not a normal job. So he's like, you need to come up with one word, one sentence that you just say with every negative comment. And that's it. And it's twat waffle. I chose twat waffle with a waffle because I've been making chaffles lately. So, and it's been working. Like I feel so much mentally better just like saying twat waffle and just letting it go.
I've noticed, I've seen that a lot in the comments. So I love it. People are very professional, Beth, very mature. It's like, fuck you. You're the one that came at me.
You're the one that just said shit to me. Like,
you can give it, but you can't take it back. No, go fuck yourself, dude. If you're going to give it, you better be prepared to take it.
Right. But I get these DMs from my followers. Like, why do these people follow you? What you don't understand, you guys, these people do not follow us. Okay. Most of the time they don't. They're not saying that random
Really go out of their way to fucking.
They see us on the For You page or whatever discovery page on Instagram it may be, and they just choose to be a dick. That's the internet for you. Okay.
Internet for you since the beginning of time in the AOL chat rooms back in the fucking 90s.
You know? Exactly.
Yeah. Miserable people are going to try to make people miserable with them is really what it is. And I'm proud of you, Beth. I want to say that too for starting therapy. I know it's not fucking easy.
No,
I've been at it for a couple
long time
now. It's not easy addressing, mental health and whatever traumas you're working through. Like myself, I'm working through some childhood trauma that was really fucking holding me back. And then some relationship trauma that was really holding me back. And, was kind of part of the reason why my relationship ended up failing, So it's very, very rewarding. It's one of the hardest things you'll ever do, but it's one of the most beneficial things you'll ever do.
Absolutely. See, you guys, I just want you to understand that we have our shit too. Like we're in fucking therapy. I mean, everyone should be going to therapy, I think, but
I don't think you need
it's about dealing with your shit. That's what it comes down to. Don't let the shit take over you. You got to deal with it. That's the first step.
Yeah.
There's a lot of steps.
Absolutely. There's a lot of steps. There's a lot of steps.
I should have been in therapy 2 years ago, but here we are. Better late than never.
Don't stop shooting yourself, Beth.
I'm shooting.
You're shooting yourself. All that matters is you're doing it fucking now. So
yes.
Never too late. Never too late. Cool. With our own personal training and everything, what's going on in your world?
Well, I'm on, I believe, week 3 of my 10K trail race running. It's good. It's taking some time, I should say. I have to definitely make sure that I schedule it. Because, I have these specific times every day and the weather is hot. So if I'm not out there early, then I got to do it late, or I got to go to Planet Fitness and do it on the treadmill. So that's what I did today. 40 minutes, but we're like doing 40, 50-minute runs now. So 5 days a week.
You're running 5 days a week? Holy fuck.
Yeah. And so next week is kind of my like deload run week. So my mileage or my minutes will go down.
Okay.
So this is kind of a high week. This is the highest week for me thus far. And then next week will be low. But yeah, so I'm doing like 40 to 50-minute runs 5 times this week.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is that a mixture of tempo and long runs?
They're easy right now. Like the Sunday is more of like the longer run. So try to like maintain your pace the whole time. But I haven't gone into like the sprint, the hill sprints or anything. I think that's coming up.
Yeah. Because
she wanted to ease me in.
Totally. So I'm not working with a coach, but it sounds like you're really, really enjoying working with your coach.
I do. Yeah. Because if I did not have her, I wouldn't be doing these. I already know that. I know that for a fact because I am struggling to get these done, but I'm doing it. So I know if I didn't have that little push, I'd be like, I could do it tomorrow. And then I would show up on race day with probably 5 runs in me. I don't want to do that.
You got to want to be fucking prepared and feeling.
Yeah, I want to be fucking a beast.
Fuck yeah. More of a beast than you already are. Let's go. Yep.
So you'll be doing some training runs with me, Matt.
I'm looking forward to it. Get doing some training runs with you.
We're going to go on the trails.
Fuck. I mean, there's not good training opportunities here for trail runs.
No, I got 3 different trails we can do.
Okay.
My runs are going to be 30 minutes when you get here. I think 40 and then like a 50-minute one. So
okay. I'm down.
All right.
I want to say, so I'm about 4 weeks into my training, but you know how I've been kind of complaining about knee/ankle pain ever since my string of injuries happened last fucking August.
Yeah.
I actually think I have like Achilles tendon or something.
Achilles tendonitis.
Yeah, something like that. Because that's where I've pinpointed it to the pain is coming from. So after my long run last week, which felt fucking great when I was doing it, next day, my ankle was killing me. My knee was killing me. And a lot of people, they'll be like, oh, it's just I have bad knees or I have bad ankle, right? No, I was able to trace it back and pinpoint what exactly was causing the pain. And I do think that's what it is. So I want to go get it checked out. And if anything, I'll just do some PT to rehab it. I've been trying to strengthen it up on my own, and I think it's getting better, but I don't want to stop running,
Right. What if you tape your ankle?
I could try that. I hired one of the coaches on my team, John, to help me with putting on some muscle. So I asked him for some help with, rehabbing and things like that, the ankle. So because I'm not going to be able to do the race if I don't address it, essentially, because my recovery time, it's literally like 4 or 5 days before I can run again right now. So I'm doing 2 runs. I'm doing 2 runs a week though. So I feel good about that. But right now I'm just doing the long runs and just working on maintaining it like you're supposed to. I'm
trying to think, like rolling it out, because like I used to have ankle shit with running too. It's really got to be on the rolling your ankles, doing those ankle stretches.
I'm doing the alphabets with my ankles.
I would definitely get some tape around there and just have it supported like all the time. I remember at one point my ankle every day I had it taped, but then it just like went away. It was fucking weird, but I had some massive, like probably was ankle tendonitis.
Yeah.
Achilles, I should say.
I'm getting to that age now. I'm 37,
Oh God.
You're like, fuck you, Matt.
Shut the fuck up. I'm just fucking with you.
No, I know. I can't just expect injuries to heal on their own anymore like they used to. So I need to be more proactive. And that's exactly what it is. That's why this injury is still hanging around, because I haven't healed it properly this last year. I just been go, hiking mountains, doing all this shit, always beating the hell out of my knees and my ankles and everything. So it's no wonder that my ankle is giving me a fit right now. And
is it the same knee that you gashed in Katahdin? Okay, so
same knee I gashed in Katahdin, same ankle I sprained earlier last year, the same ankle I sprained later in that year when I went whitewater rafting. So
makes sense.
Yeah, all this adventure is taking me. So
yeah, Nerdle adventures.
Yeah, the adventures of Team Nerdle. We got some good adventures coming up too. Our obviously when this episode is out, the meet and greet will be done, but we're doing the meet and greet in Maine. Super excited for it. See some familiar faces.
I think it's going to be a big one. I actually know it's going to be a big one. It's going to be bigger than the Florida one.
I have a client coming. I know that.
Oh, cool.
She just signed up with us last week and she's like, I'll be there. I was like, fuck yeah.
Nice. Does she live around here?
I guess she lives, what's the state right below Maine? Is it New Hampshire?
New Hampshire.
Yeah, she lives in New Hampshire. She said it's like a 3-hour drive.
Yep.
Her husband surprised her and booked a hotel the night before for them actually to go.
That's awesome.
And I also too, what I love about her in doing this is way outside of her comfort zone. Like she used to be a hiker and she did kayaking, but this is more than a decade ago.
Yeah.
So, but I was like, hey, it's okay. Show up, do what you can. We'll go at a pace that everybody can do. We're all going to be there to support each other. It's really just about getting out and challenging yourself.
Yeah. Nice. That's awesome. We're almost at our 100th episode.
Yes, we are. We have our 100th episode coming up and our 2-year anniversary coming up.
That's fucking cool. What are we going to do? We got to do something.
We got to do something.
So we'll figure that out this weekend too. We got a fucking lot to do this weekend.
I'll stay tuned. This is going to be a huge weekend for us.
The last time me and Matt
let's talk about that.
Yeah, we didn't fucking talk one lick of any work at all.
Didn't. Yeah.
Like, nothing. I think we sent out an email for our meet and greet, and that was like
because we had to
the max capacity we had.
And yeah, I mean, let's talk about that because we went into it like, yeah, this is going to be a work trip. We're going to create content and we're going to do a meet and greet. But then we got there, we're like, man, we just need to do like nothing, unwind and
hike.
Literally chill.
And hang out with our kids were there, we were like not in the content making mood. We were like, let's fucking hike everywhere right now. Like we were with the best national parks and the views. And it was like, nah.
Yeah, totally. I mean, for me too, personally, I was still going through some shit at that time. So like my mind wasn't right to be able to be creative.
I know. I could tell.
It would have felt forced and all that. You're really good with that, Beth. You already know. You always know.
I know. I could read you like a fucking book.
I don't hide it very well. So.
It's like, yeah, all right. Yep. Okay.
Yep. Okay, yeah, he's not, but
Great.
I've gotten better at saying that I'm not okay. When I wasn't
Yeah.
when I was struggling.
No,
So
totally. But yeah, you don't have to like do it alone. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like sometimes people just don't want to talk about it at all when it's like that maybe you really do need to talk about it.
totally. I mean, we've talked. That's what I appreciate about you, Beth, is you've always been willing to listen to me and not judge me for what I've been trying and the things that I've been struggling with. Not that I should judge or anything, but that's what a lot of people are afraid of.
Yeah,
is being judged for
true, huh?
and what they're struggling with.
Mm-hmm.
Between you and Mel on my team, Mel was great for me. She really set me straight like 2 weeks ago, and ever since then, it's like a light bulb went off. Like everything's just been better ever since then. So, and Mel's, for those that don't know, she's on my team. She's our mindful eating coach and a licensed therapist. So she's a really good friend of mine, and she provides some of that therapy for me too. So
that's good.
Totally. So it goes back to what we said about having a strong support system.
Yes. Yeah.
I feel like I've got an amazing support system between you and Mel and Justin, and then my best friend and my mom and everybody.
Yeah.
It's just really supportive.
You got a good family, Matt.
Oh, thank you.
You do. Yeah.
I'm part of the family now too. So.
Yeah, you too, Nerdle. For sure. I know Mike was like, is Matt staying here? I'm like, no, I think he's going to get his own place. He's like, why doesn't he just stay here? I'm like, I don't know. I didn't even think
about that. Yeah.
He's like, well, I mean, come on. I'm like, all right. Well, he's like, well, just tell him that, if it doesn't work out where he is, that he can always stay here. So yeah, I mean, you're part of the family.
Well, I appreciate that. It was awesome staying with you guys in Florida. So
that was fun.
Yeah, that meant a lot to me that we were able to do that. So
we got a lot of good shit done there too. Actually, that was a good trip.
That was a good trip. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hopefully we'll do it again. Can we talk about something really fucking quick?
Oh, yes, do.
Borax. What?
Oh my God. What the fuck is that?
We're literally drinking and eating borax now in the name of health.
That's insane. I saw a few videos and I'm like, is this real?
We lost all brain cells.
Adult Tide Pods.
Yes. Yeah, it really is. Where do people come up with this shit? Borax.
Isn't that fucking bleach?
An industrial cleaner. It's a good idea to consume that, right? Come on, guys.
You can't make this shit up.
I'm just assuming that's where it started, was TikTok, because that's where all the stupid.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. That with the, the health, holistic
integrative health medicine, naturopath. Yeah. Whatever they want to call themselves. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's going to not end up good.
No, guys, please don't eat fucking borax. I don't think we should have to say this, but we're actually 2023 and we're having to tell people to not consume borax, an industrial cleaner. Don't do it. Like, we're so obsessed with fucking health and wellness and achieving it that we're literally going out of our way to actually destroy our health. The name of health. Think about it. We're destroying our health in the name of health. We're destroying our health in the name of weight loss and doing drastic diets and restricting ourselves and causing mental anguish and horrible relationships with food. We're fucking self-inflicting all this damage to ourselves at this point.
It's nuts.
It's insane.
When the world feels crazy and chaotic, remember that you don't have to. You deserve to take control of your mental and physical health, and Cured Nutrition is trying to make it easier for you to do exactly that. Cured wants you to feel good about feeling good, so they took their time formulating their Serenity gummies. They left out the artificial flavors, sugars, and dyes, and replaced them with ingredients that actually live up to their wellnessy word. Finding calm in this fast-paced world can be very challenging. That's why I use and love the Serenity gummies. They help to provide a physical, mental, and emotional sense of calm in everyday life. I personally like to take them before a long day of calls and meetings. The Serenity gummies bring me to a happy place and they prepare me for the day's challenges, while also helping me to serve others to the best of my ability by providing a sense of peace and calmness in my body and mind. Right now, Cured is extending an exclusive offer to you, our listeners. You can grab a bag of Serenity gummies for 20% off by visiting www.curednutrition.com/CTC and using coupon code CTC at checkout. That's CURED nutrition.com/CTC and coupon code CTC at the checkout to save 20%. Protect your peace, pop a gummy.
Jesus, I don't know. I don't know too much more about that trend. All I know is that I've seen.
I don't know either.
Times, and I just facepalm so hard.
Yeah. And then you got Bobby, who is a fucking hot Christmas mess. I mean,
so we know what's really funny about Mr. Flava Flav is it's come to find out that a lot of those products that he recommends to you, he's partial investors in those companies.
hmm
That's interesting.
Imagine that.
What have we been saying since the beginning of this podcast? If somebody's recommending you to stay away from a certain product and go to this other product, or recommending this and this and this, see where their financial interests lie. And by the way, that's illegal to not disclose that stuff. You can get heavily fined from the FTC for not disclosing those relationships. And people do that all the time because they're not enforced for the most
Right.
part. So,
Yeah.
it's ridiculous.
He's contradicting himself everywhere. Like it's one of those things where you can only be a liar and a fucking scam artist for so long before you get caught.
The grift runs up at some point.
It's true. Karma's a fucking bitch. You keep lying, you keep being a scam artist, you're not going to be able to do that forever.
Keep burning bridges. You're going to run out of bridges to fucking burn.
You're making videos about how bad diet soda is and Coca-Cola, and you open your fridge in your fucking house and you're putting something in it and you have Coca-Cola on your fridge door. I mean, come on. Or you're like,
busted.
let's clean wine. These ingredients are better than it's fucking alcohol, you numbnuts.
Healthy. Yeah. Did he say clean wine or was it healthy wine? Which
I don't even know what he said, but he's like, instead of having this rosé with these ingredients, you need to have this rosé with these better ingredients. And it's like, it's ethanol.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a fucking poison, moron. There's nothing healthy about it.
Mm-hmm.
But keep doing your thing.
Yeah. Keep
going, boy.
People eating disorders and horrible relationships with food in their body for sure.
Is it Bobby approved?
I don't give a fuck if it's Bobby approved.
And then he gets his daughter involved.
We're going to start our own approved list and just everything's going to be on it. Cut the crap with Beth and Matt approved. We'll just walk through the grocery store. Yep.
Oh my God. That's so,
yep.
Oh my God. Let's do a video on that.
All right, there we go. Okay, good. He made a video demonizing a drink that had 4 or 5 grams of added sugar. And the alternative he suggested to you had 4 grams of added sugar. Like, we're going to demonize a drink for having 1 gram of added sugar extra than the drink, which, by the way, the one with 4 grams, he was an investor in.
I was going to say, was he an investor?
An investor in it. So, of course, that one's going to be the safer one because it's going to be safer for him because you buy the products and he profits from it. Weird.
Money talks.
Money fucking talks.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I actually wanted to say something too. I have lost some weight recently. Not intentional, but also it's not unwelcomed. So since I've seen you last, Beth, in Utah, I've probably dropped about 6 to 8 pounds.
Really?
This has nothing to do with the things I was going through. In fact, it actually kind of does. So what happened was when I was going through all these struggles, right? What happened when we're struggling and we're feeling really stressed and emotional? We either don't eat or we do eat. In my case, I was eating more. I was coping with my emotions with food, right?
Okay, gotcha.
And I was aware of that. I was like, what am I doing? Like, why am I doing this? So I just went back to my mindful eating skills, and I just started checking with myself at that time when I was typically starting to feel feels and try to cover them up with food. So I checked it with myself. Is this the food? Is this the right food for me right now? Is this what I want? Is this what I, and why do I want it? And those questions right there put a stop to my late night overeating, late night snacking. And I still have my snacks late night, but there's not as much as they were because I wasn't gaining weight.
Yeah. You could see it in your face, actually, now that you mention it, because now, and especially now that you don't have your beard.
Yeah, you can definitely see it. You can definitely.
Yeah, I thought at first that I was like, wow, his face looks a little thinner. But now that you mention it, it's probably just because you actually have lost some weight.
I mean, actually 12 pounds in total in about two or 3 months, but about 6 months since I saw you last. So
oh, wow.
I'm down to like 194 right now. I'm feeling really good. And honestly, like, who knows? I mean, that's the thing. I don't have a weight loss goal, but this is a still healthy way of losing weight. I'm just getting more in tune with my body's needs, and really fueling my body for performance because I am, I'm training for the, run. I'm training for, bodybuilding style right now. I'm training, I haven't done that in probably 5+ years. So it's all coming together. I'm really excited for it. I'm feeling really good physically, mentally, other than that stupid ankle.
Right.
But everything else is feeling really good. I'm energized.
You're making content again.
I am. I'm making content again.
Good for you. I'm glad. Like Matt's back.
I'm fucking back.
Took a little hiatus, but he's back.
Much needed for sure. But I'm back now. I came back with the expectation of this is going to take some time for me to get back into my stride, for my content to start reaching people again. Because if you're not posting consistently, the platforms are going to punish you. So I just got to get back in their good graces. And I'm just really enjoying creating content again.
Yeah.
That's what matters.
Yeah, exactly.
It feels good. I'm fucking back.
Awesome.
I've been feeling really not bad, but feeling kind of bad, I guess, for my son. Because he had such a rough start to the summer with everything that was going on with him.
Mm-hmm.
But, we were talking about this when we were in Utah together, was his nutrition, right? So he was just with me for almost 2 weeks. We went grocery shopping together. We literally made a grocery list together, and he helped me create that grocery list.
Yeah.
So I'm getting him involved in these things. And so now he's eating more. He's eating more whole foods, and he's still eating his Takis and his ramen noodles, macaroni and cheese and things like that. But we're getting more protein and trying to get more fiber and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And he's feeling better. Like his headaches aren't there as much anymore. His body is feeling better, and these are things he's telling me unprompted. And it just really goes to show that, like, the power of your nutrition. And
It's so important.
You're not feeling right. Like, your nutrition can help you improve your energy and headaches and things like that. Like, are you properly hydrated? Have you eaten the last couple of hours? Did you have some carbohydrates? Because your brain needs carbohydrates, So if you're neglecting your body, of course, it's going to be yelling at you. Those are signs. You have headache, something's wrong. Drink some water, have some fruit.
Exactly. Exactly.
The first thing I ask him every time when he says I have a headache.
I know. Johnny's the same way.
What water have you had today? Have you had any fruit today? When was the last time you ate?
Yep. Johnny's been really good about being proactive about getting outside and doing things these days. He's actually told me he's making a point of it. I'm like, all right. He's like, so yesterday he called me. I was coming home from the gym and he's like, hey, Mom, I'm on a walk right now. I walked all the way to the library and around. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, and I called Grandma and, I need to get outside.
Yes.
He has strength training tonight, but last Saturday he's been doing it 1 to 2 times a week. And he is like PRing. It is so cool to see him get so excited from going. He started at a 20-pound goblet squat and he's at 30 right now. And last week he was so excited that he was like, I was able to get 30. And I remember when he first started with 20 pounds, he was like, Mike is trying to kill me. I don't know how I can do this. And he was so upset, like ready to freaking cry about it. And then he went to 30. I'm like, that's progressive overload. You're getting stronger. This is so cool. I love seeing this. And
that's mental toughness too.
And he is like getting the gratification from that now. So even more than ever, he's like pumped up he goes down in the basement on his off days from not going there. And he's like, I'm doing bench press and doing goblet squats. He's like, I just love this. I'm like, see, exercise makes you feel good and you're getting stronger. And when you're starting to get stronger, it makes you feel good.
It improves all aspects of your life.
Yeah. And so you could just tell mentally, he's in a better place. He's wanting to move his body more because he knows how it makes him feel. Exactly. It's so important.
I love that.
And it's not easy, you guys. We know with kids, trust, it's up and down, but we have to be proactive. And I know I have my moments where I can be lazy. Admittedly, I'm like, you want McDonald's? Great. And then I have to consciously be like, Beth, no, he's counting on you. Just because you're busy, you need to fucking, make his dinner. It's okay. So we have our shit too. And it takes conscious effort. It really does.
It does.
You can do it though.
And that really shows the importance of getting your kids involved as early as possible. Literally just taking them to the gym with you. I want to say this. There's this girl at the gym. I don't know her name. I don't know much about her, but I've seen her in the gym a couple of times. She was working out when she was pregnant. Awesome. And then she disappeared for a while. She had her baby. And then guess what she's doing now? She's bringing her baby to the gym with her, carrying her baby around in her her car carrier or whatever. Yeah. The fuck they're called anymore. I don't know. I don't have a baby anymore.
Car seat?
That's what it is. Car carrier. The thing that straps them into the
baby carrier.
She's literally taking her baby from station to station, working out. And it's just incredible.
That's awesome.
I doubt that woman listens to the podcast, but I see you crushing it. And that's amazing.
That's awesome.
That's a very real roadblock for many people is having no daycare for working out and things like that. But I can't think of a single gym in existence. Maybe a hardcore powerlifting gym or something where babies aren't welcome, but I don't know.
It comes to the point though, I think I remember what Johnny was always at the gym, but he was never allowed on the floor.
Sure. Oh yeah. For liability.
Yeah, exactly. But I feel like they need to have something where maybe it's a watched thing, obviously, where, the kids can actually experience the weights and things, but it's such a liability, unfortunately.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, yeah, bring your kids to the gym, but there are rules.
Exactly. And being a gym owner isn't lucrative. Like, you don't make a lot of money being a gym owner, so you have to be careful with that for sure.
Yeah, but hopefully kids classes, be on the lookout. There's stuff out there like that.
Totally. I love that. My gym's a nonprofit, so there's definitely no money there. But they have a little room off to the side where kids can hang out. There's a TV and play and toys and stuff in there, but it's unsupervised. But you can it's right attached to the gym, so right there,
And even if your kids are going there and they're not in the gym specifically with you, they know what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Get them in their environment, and then soon enough, they're going to be able to be in that room with you.
Definitely. They're going to want to be in the room with you. They're going to be trying to do push-ups and pull-ups on their own. And you're going to one day be like, whoa, what's that? Or they're going to be asking to go to the gym with you. Like, I want to do that too,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they want to do what you're doing because they think you're fucking cool, even if you're not.
Come on, cool.
Oh my goodness.
Cool.
We're fucking cool parents, okay?
Yeah. Damn it.
Be a privilege to be our kid.
I think so. I think I'm a great.
I think so. I mean,
you're
shit.
a great mom, so
thanks.
You're welcome.
I have a lot of them. I was at the Jenny Hutt show. Do you know who Jenny Hutt is? Just Jenny.
I saw you post this
Yeah, she's fucking cool. She's really nice. Yeah, it was actually probably the funnest podcast I've been on.
Really?
I have to say. She was just so down to earth and but she had a weight loss journey, lost 70 pounds and has kept it off for quite some time now. But I remember on TikTok at one point was getting shit because people were calling, saying that, the way she was losing weight wasn't the right way, that she had an eating disorder and all this, like kind of like a fat phobic type situation. I think, remember when that was kind of like a thing when people were like, oh, you're fat phobic because you're trying to lose weight. And it was something like that. She's like, what do you mean? Like, this is how I maintain my weight loss. Like, it's fat phobic because I want to get my steps in every day and I want to get my protein. Like there's nothing wrong with that.
Shame on me for wanting to live a longer, healthier.
Yeah. So, people would get mad at her, so she was asking me like how I deal with comments like that. I'm like, actually, I don't really get comments like that, because I'm not actively like losing weight or things like that. Like I'm not in a calorie deficit, but I've seen that happen on the internet a lot.
Totally.
Like calorie deficit is a diet.
Yeah. Calorie deficit is an eating disorder.
Tracking calories is an eating disorder.
Yeah. So stupid.
Yeah.
Anything can be harmful in the wrong hand.
Yeah.
In the right situation.
People are allowed to want to change their body. It's okay. Doesn't mean someone's fat phobic. Give me a fucking break.
It's so fucking old.
It is.
We just worried about ourselves. We'd be so much happier that's the
thing.
Happier and healthier.
Exactly. Mind your own fucking plate.
For sure.
No one cares how you're eating. I mean, I'm so sick and tired of people talking about the way people eat. It's like, who fucking cares? Like, I don't walk around saying I am intermittent fasting. Or I'm not an intermittent faster, by the way, but people that intermittent fasting, you'll know. You will fucking know. If you're vegan, I'm going to know about it. Okay. But I don't go around telling people that, hey, I just eat everything in moderation.
I'm a balanced dieter.
I'm eating the you diet. I don't go around telling people that. I just fucking eat my food.
Yeah.
Like, just eat your food and shut the fuck up.
Yes.
Okay. Like, no one cares if you're not eating dairy. No one cares if you're gluten-free.
You don't get an award for it. You don't get into heaven early for it.
So just eat the way you want to eat. Keep it to your fucking self, unless you need to tell someone at the restaurant that you have an allergy. Other than that, just no one cares.
Literally.
Nobody. Okay.
The only thing I care about is that you're fucking fueling, like, nourishing your body. Don't neglect your body. That's what I.
Exactly. Like make sure you're getting your protein and fiber. That's so important. And that you're not like literally not eating McDonald's every single fucking day of your life.
Probably not a good idea.
No one needs to know anything else.
You're exactly right. You fucking nailed it. The you diet is for you only.
Not for me.
But people, we love to subscribe to these, these systems and these ideologies and everything, because we need an identity, because that's the thing. People don't have an identity of their own, so they grasp onto a diet or a program, and that becomes them.
That's not your life. That is not your existence. Like you are not Jenny from Weight Watchers. Do you know what I'm saying? Like that's not going to be on your fucking tombstone. I hope.
Are you going to put it on your fucking resume? Like, is that,
you know what I'm saying?
A job skill,
Jenny, Weight Watchers, Farraco. I mean, do you know?
Hi, I'm Jenny. I'm the Weight Watcher.
Hey, I'm Jenny. I do Weight Watchers. How are you? Hey, I'm Beth. I do the U diet. Great. Nice to know you.
Mm-hmm.
Stop.
Yeah. I'm going to take a cheap shot here. It's the same way with CrossFit. How do you know somebody does CrossFit? They'll tell you their entire identity. I love you guys, but
I know we're just talking shit because we can, and we haven't talked shit in a while together.
It's kind of fun.
But it's all true, you guys.
Let's get identities outside of our way of eating and the exercise that we do, please.
Please. There's so much more to life.
There is.
Have you ever wanted to start a podcast? Spotify's got a platform that lets you make one super easily and then distribute it everywhere and even earn money doing what you love. All in one place for free. It's called Spotify for Podcasters, and here's how it works. Spotify for Podcasters lets you record and edit episodes right from your phone or computer, so no matter what your setup is like, you can start creating today. Then you can distribute your podcast to Spotify and everywhere else podcasts are heard. Now, what's really cool is video podcasts are also now available on Spotify. And if you want to be taken seriously on social media, you need to have a video presence. And what better way to do that by connecting with people via your video episodes? With Spotify for Podcasters, you can earn money in a variety of ways, including ads and podcast subscriptions. And best of all, it's all totally free with no catch whatsoever. And ever since we discovered Spotify for Podcasters here on Cut the Crap with Beth and Matt, we are easily releasing new episodes and distributing them to multiple platforms, and it's never been easier. We highly recommend you give it a try. You can download the Spotify for Podcasters app or go to www.spotify.com/podcasters to get started.
Did you see the comment that we received on one of our Cut the Crap grocery store videos the other day from that big meathead guy? He literally attacked me, my physique and my appearance. He's like, yes, because I'm going to take advice from somebody who's clearly never lifted or something a day in their life. And I'm like, hey man, like, just so you know, like there's more to health and wellness than living in the fucking gym. And I said, but hey, I appreciate you judging me for my body and not even knowing a thing about me. Guess what he ended up doing? He's like, you're right. And he actually said I was right, and he was wrong. I was like, what? Did this just happen?
Wow, that's cool.
So I met him with not hostility in that one, but I met him with just like, wow, like you really just said that? Yeah. Made him question and think about what he said and how fucking like stupid it was, I guess.
Yeah. I remember someone was commenting on my body and video too. And I ended up blocking the person. So you guys were going back and forth, but I could never see what he was saying because I blocked him. I
was challenging him because he was saying you're out of shape. And that is fucking... What kind of cocaine and crack and heroin is that?
That's fucking funny as fuck.
Because none of that makes zero sense. Like, what was that guy on? Clearly, when somebody says something like that, they're just a fucking troll. But I was challenging him. I said, okay, cool. Can you tell me how she's out of shape? Like, I can guarantee you she runs faster than you. She can lift more than you. She's healthier than you. All these other things. Of course, he couldn't say it.
Yeah, they're just
like, no, I'm just saying somebody should look the part. I'm like, well, she actually fucking does look the part, actually.
What the fuck? I mean, what is the part supposed to look like? Like emaciated, so every bone in my body is sticking out? Like should I be show ready?
Right.
You know, that's what these people want. Like, I'm not going to get that. It's fucking miserable to me. Who would want to be like? I'm not doing a bodybuilding show.
Yeah, and people act like we're putting out bodybuilding content.
I mean, yeah. So that's not what a normal person looks like.
Gym, like, very rarely do we talk about strength training or working out anymore because we're more mindset and behavior focused at this point. Like,
I'm struggling to get into the gym myself. If I get there, which I do, it's a fucking struggle. So I'm not going to sit there and film either while I'm there.
Yeah.
So I just get my workout done now these days. But yeah, like it's not normal to be that shredded and lean. That is not the normal person, you guys. So when you guys look at people like that, you're like, I want to look like that. You don't understand what it takes to get to that point.
Yeah, and the sacrifices you have to give there and especially maintaining and then the sacrifices, the impact that has on your health too, because it fucks with your hormones and your mental health and energy and
when you get that lean, and I was pretty lean in 2020 when I did this ab challenge, and I won't ever probably do that again. That was fucking insane. The amount of exercise that I did and the amount of, it's not maintainable. You can't maintain a healthy lifestyle eating that low and working out that much. I did it purely to show everyone that it's not easy to get to this point, and it fucking wasn't. Like I almost gave up on week 10. I went 11 weeks, I think.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
That's enough. Enough.
Yeah, I did RP. And I was like, this part of like a social media thing I did, like the ab challenge. It was 2020. So I was just getting into social media. So it was one of those things. I'm like, okay, let's do this. People want to see, like challenge. So let's do an ab challenge to show people like what it takes to actually get abs. And it was not easy to do that.
No, it's not.
My brother's like, oh my God, you must be so hungry, because he was living here because it was 2020 and he left New York. And I'm like, yeah, I'm doing the fucking ab challenge. He's like, well, I'm going to go get an ice cream right now. It was at the point where I couldn't even really have any fun foods because I had no room to have that. It just was brutal. Because
you're so low calorie, and every calorie that you get needs to be high quality protein and carbohydrates to keep you satiated and keep your muscles healthy and active.
Yeah. I think I still have my highlights. Actually, I do on Instagram. I think it was like the ab challenge. You can look, you can see the food that I ate and be like, okay, yeah.
No shit.
1,400 calories.
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Good times.
Very good times. Very good times.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, shit. Guess that's our time for today. I think we're running out of shit to say anyway. So
yeah. I'm done.
I'm done. We're done.
We're done.
It's funny because we weren't originally going to do a one-on-one episode today, but we had a last minute cancellation. So here we are, and it was fun. I'm glad that it worked out for the best.
Yeah, for sure. We needed to do one anyway.
Definitely.
All right, guys.
All right, everybody.
Bye. Hope you enjoyed this episode, so why not share with a friend who needs to hear it? Send us a DM on Instagram or email us at cutthecrappod@gmail.com and join our Patreon at patreon.com/cutthecrappodcast. As always, we appreciate you and thanks for being here.